couple years ago, we saw this really big need for the plumbers and the industry and how it was struggling to bring in new talent. And Spencer Brown, who's our national sales director and pretty much takes care of everything, American Plumber Stories, from the branding to the filming to everything, said, this is what we're going to do and let's go for it. And so here we are, season 4, new partnerships, all sorts of great stories all over the country, really cool behind the scenes stuff, and it just keeps rocking.
You're just having fun, making TV shows, making plumbing look cool.
Yeah, this season's really focused on the youth and how we can get them inspired and really want to get into the trades. Back in the day, that's what you did, was work with your hands or go to school. But the work with the hands part got lost.
There's different talents for different people, but these kids, I call them kinetic, that they learn with their hands, they're active, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. A lot of people feel like, well, I didn't make it to college, so I guess I'll become a plumber. And that's not the point at all.
Yeah, or you lost out on something because you didn't go to college. I think you're gaining on either aspect of either direction you're taking.
This year's Connect show, put on by PHCC, the Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Contractors of America, was a total blast. We met and caught up with so many great people from our industry. What an honor to have some of them on Behind the Windshield with Dennis the Apprentice, where we learned a bit more about them, where they came from, how they got into our industry, and some of the innovative things they're doing to make our industry the place to be. One thing special about this show is that it hosts the PHCC National Apprentice Contest, so there were a lot of great apprentices in attendance. I wish you could have been there yourself, but maybe the next best thing is getting to know a bit more about our next guest. Vincent, welcome to Behind the Windshield with Dennis the Apprentice. Again, the second time, 2 years in a row. We have to make this an annual thing.
Round 2.
Awesome. You're with
American Plumber Stories.
American Plumbing Stories, which is taking off, dude.
Yeah, it's rock and roll every day. It's awesome.
Yeah. Remind us again how that started.
So a couple years ago, we saw this really big need for the plumbers and the industry and how it was struggling to bring in new talent.
Yes.
And Spencer Brown, who's our national sales director and pretty much takes care of everything, American Plumber Stories, related to from the branding to the filming to everything, said, this is what we're going to do and let's go for it. And so here we are, season 4, new partnerships, all sorts of great stories all over the country, really cool behind the scenes stuff, and it just keeps rocking.
You're just having fun, making TV shows, making plumbing look cool.
Yeah. And what's not cool about that?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, so this season's really focused on the youth and how we can get them inspired and really want to get into the trades. Vocational school, and talking to their parents and saying, I'm not ready for college, but I think I'm ready for this.
Right.
And you know what? They're not going to go in debt, and they're not going to have a problem making money and being on their own and independent, right? So why not keep doing this, and why not keep pushing this and using it as a tool to do that? Yeah,
we're working on the same project. I'm doing the same thing.
It's awesome.
Just trying to get them in here. I'm talking to young kids. I'm trying to get the younger and younger, and people they think this is just a job, not realizing that. Like, I just interviewed this 18-year-old kid, and he's like, he learned so much more by being at this trade show than he's learned on his own in a year.
Yeah, changing the mindset.
Yeah,
from a young age, right?
Yeah.
Start young.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, that's what you did, was work with your hands.
Yeah.
Or go to school.
Yeah.
But the work with the hands part got lost.
Yeah. And there's different talents for different people, but these kids, I call them kinetic.
Yeah.
That they learn with their hands, they're active.
Sure.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all. A lot of people feel like, well, I didn't make it to college, so I guess I'll become a plumber. And that's not the point at all.
Yeah, or you lost out on something because you didn't go to college.
Yeah.
I think you're gaining on either aspect of either direction you're taking, right?
Right.
So for school, you're still learning through, the standard way of doing it. Right. And through plumbing or through the trades, you're doing it physically and doing it with your hands and eyes and everything that you're around, and picking up tricks from the trade, right? The guys that are still doing it and pushing on it and telling them, hey, this is a better way to do it, and it took me X amount of years. I'm going to give you that right now.
Right. I think one thing interesting as well is if you go to college, just like even in high school, it's like one student versus 20, 30, 40, one teacher versus 20, 30, 40 students.
Yeah.
College is even worse.
Oh, yeah.
It can be 100, 200, 300 people in that classroom.
Yeah.
We're one-on-one, one-on-two mentorship.
Hands-on.
Hands-on.
Hands-on every day.
And you got someone that cares. They actually want to leave a legacy. And if you're interested, you'll get top shelf one-on-one education.
And tell me an owner that doesn't want their apprentice to succeed, to make their job easier, to get more business, to let them grow, to continue to down that path. Show me that. But a teacher, if you drop out in college, are they going to remember you? No. Probably not. You're one of 100.
Yeah.
Instead of a one-on-one.
Yeah. So everything aligns for your success.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went to college, and I don't say that it's not the right path, but you know, there is something about taking something with you forever. So who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I just heard a couple days ago that the education system that we're used to is actually fairly new. That like 150, 200 years ago, it was not done this way, and everything was hand-on, one-on-one mentorship.
Yeah.
So we tried it, and it works to some degree, but we've also learning that hands-on still works very well.
Yeah, I think the pupil size was probably smaller. We had smaller towns. We didn't have as many people in a city setting, and that's kind of going backwards too since COVID and everything. Yeah. I feel like it's kind of getting to that where people are willing to go a little bit more rural, but yet still picking up on the trades, still going to school, but it's going to be more one-on-one. So we'll see where it goes. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. What's next for you guys?
Ooh, I don't know. We'll have to ask Spencer Brown.
Okay. You don't know?
I don't know.
What trade show are you going to be at next?
Myself, I won't be anywhere, unfortunately, because I still work for Pfister Faucets.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's my main role. But we do have a lot of other things that we're working on. We actually just spoke to somebody today who wanted us to go up to Maine to handle trade show up there and invited us to do that. So we'll probably do that and a couple other ones with, what's that one? Flow Expo. There you go. So that's
awesome.
Head of marketing. And she should be on here as well sometime soon. But
awesome.
We'll see.
So we'll keep it going. American Plumbing Stories can be found on YouTube.
Click, subscribe, follow, all that stuff so we can keep pushing and keep going.
Awesome. Vincent, thanks for making the trades look cool.
Thanks for the time.
You got it.
Appreciate it.
So that's a wrap. I hope you're inspired to make it to a trade show near you, or even put the 2024 PHCC Connect show in Birmingham, Alabama, October 7th through 10 on your calendar. If you can't make it, but want to stay up to date on what's going on at the shows, like and subscribe, and I'll do my best to bring the shows to you.